Hi everybody, it's Oksana and it's time for my belated April favorites. I didn't get a chance to record them last weekend, which is when I should have recorded them so they would be out in time for the actual end of April, beginning of May. So now we're already into May, but better late than never. So the first thing I want to show you is a scrubby towel type thing. Let's see what they called it. Exfoliating body towel from Forever 21, and I think I just ripped off the price tag, but oh, $1. It was only $1, which is such a great deal because this is an amazing product and I've owned it before, but not from Forever 21. I've owned a similar scrubby towel from Silk Naturals and I use it, I mentioned it before in favorites like a long time ago, and I use it for everything. I use it as an exfoliator on my body and on my face if you're gentle with it. It's great for your face too. I use it to like clean things, to scrub things, like scrub my shower. It's just amazing and it doesn't fall apart. It's almost like a plastic kind of material. Silk Naturals stopped selling theirs, so I've been so sad and I've been looking for one and I found it on Amazon, but it definitely was not $1, so I was so excited when I saw this at Forever 21. I thought, what an amazing deal. And so I picked up several Soho Supply for a while. So look how huge it is. It is absolutely gigantic. It does kind of fray a little bit if you choose to cut it. But my previous one I cut so that I can, you know, have it for various purposes. And for example, for my face, I just have a teeny little piece of it sitting out on my sink. So you can cut it. It'll just fray at the edges a little bit, which isn't a big deal to me. But it's just such a multi-purpose, like amazing thing. I think this one is slightly different than the Silk Naturals one. I think this is a little bit rougher. So I'm not sure. I haven't used it on my face, but it's just an awesome thing for the house and just for everything, for life. So recommend this, only $1, pick it up. Another thing from Forever 21 I've been really enjoying is headbands. I'm not really going to show any in this video because I just recorded a video where I did almost like a big haul of all the headbands that I got from Forever 21. So I'm wearing one of them. Oh no, actually I'm not. This is one that I made myself a long time ago. So apparently I'm not even wearing one of them, but I just love headbands in general and especially Forever 21 ones, so that was worth a mention. Another thing that I wanted to mention is this tiny little beauty blender mini. It's still damp, so it's like the expanded size of it when it's damp versus when it's dry. And I wanted to mention this because my review, and I think did I do a demo? I don't know, but I did a video on this when I first got it a long time ago. And I figured people might want to know, you know, Oksana, is this still working for you? Do you like it? Is it really worth, you know, $20? You do get 2 of them, by the way, for $20. Because it's one of those things that I know a lot of people feel like it's expensive for such a tiny thing. Like, do you really need it? So I just wanted to update you guys on the fact that I use this all the time. I use this every single time I do my under eye concealer to blend it out. I use it today. I absolutely love this. I used to use my regular size beauty blender to blend down my under eye concealer, or my finger, and so I thought I would try that again, and I just got so used to this. This is so much nicer and so much more convenient because it's smaller. It really fits in there. Sometimes I use this back end to kind of like blend around here as well, and I just love this. So yes, I still like it. I still use it. I would buy it again, even though it's expensive. I didn't even split it with anybody. You could. Yes, it's $20, but you get 2. So if you buy it with a friend, it's like $10 for one. And I think it's worth it because it's not one of those things that you buy and then you keep running out of and you keep having to repurchase. Like, I think I have quite a few things that are $20, and then I have some things like foundations that I like that are more than $20, and things that I've repurchased that are more than that. So as like a one-time long-term investment, I think it's great. And this is holding up great. You know, it's not going to fall apart or anything. So for me, it was worth it, and I love it, and I use it all the time. So just my personal thing. And then, of course, my ColourPop eyeshadows. You may have seen my haul. I did a haul where I bought from their new spring collection, their pastel collection. And there's this one called Bites, which I actually put a dent in. Look at that, I hit pan. I was so impressed with myself because I feel like I never hit pan on anything ever. But part of the reason is because it's such a squishy consistency, and it's like a normal eyeshadow pan. It's not like a cream shadow pot where it's deep. So really just by pressing down constantly, like when you're using it, you're pushing the product away from the center and hitting pan that way. So I don't know, it's kind of like a cheating way of hitting pan, I feel like, but I do use this all the time as a base for my eyeshadows. I've been doing a lot of pastel, light, springy looks, not right now, obviously, but you know, in my past bunch of videos I have been, and this is what I almost always use underneath. It just creates a nice white matte base, and then you could just do whatever with that look for just a beautiful pastel light kind of eyeshadow look. So absolutely love this one. And then the other one that I got with that haul is Acorn, and I really like this. So that one's just a matte white. I probably don't need to swatch it for you guys, but this one is a pearly, what do you call this? Like Urban Decay Sin or whatever, like a champagne pinky kind of shade. It's beautiful, it's pearly, it's quite light actually, and it works great for all over your lid. It's pigmented, so it does, you know, give you that nice, you know, color payoff like this color. And it's great for like an everyday natural kind of look. You can definitely work it into a more dramatic look too, but what I usually use it for is if I'm wearing minimal makeup or I'm barely wearing any makeup. It just looks so good and like brightens up my eyes and makes my eyelids kind of dewy, you know what I mean? And it just looks really nice because I feel like when I don't put anything on my eyes, it just looks, I don't know, it looks kind of flat and my eyes look kind of deep set. Like just brightening it up just a tiny bit on my lid makes such a difference in me looking awake and just like more youthful in general. So I almost always wear something light on my lid, just a tiny bit. Even if I'm just like running out somewhere and I'm not wearing any makeup, I'll put an under eye concealer and just something dewy on my lid. That's kind of like my go-to look a little bit less dead kind of look. And this is perfect for that. It's so easy, it's so quick, you don't have to wear a primer or anything under it. It's just like a great one-step throw it on kind of thing. So I wanted to mention it because I really love it. And then another thing, or two things from Silk Naturals from their spring collection is their brightening concealer in #1. And I have just a teeny bit left. This was a sample. And it's lasted me a long time. It's lasted me pretty much this whole entire month. I'm wearing it underneath my eyes to set my concealer. I'm wearing it on the bridge of my nose, a little bit my forehead. When I did my contouring, this was basically my highlight because it's a beautiful brightening color, but it's also matte. Not like super matte, but it's not dewy. It's kind of like normal-ish, slightly towards matte finish, you know what I mean? So it worked great for brightening up those areas for the highlighting and contouring, but usually I use it underneath my eyes. I use it underneath my eyes all the time now to set my concealer, and I'm definitely going to buy a full size of it. Like, it's already in my cart. I'm just waiting to see if maybe there's anything else I need because I hate buying just one little tiny thing and paying shipping on it. You know, I like to make slightly bigger orders so it's, you know, worth the shipping. But I absolutely love this. It is not like really sheer, but it's not, I don't know, it doesn't look cakey on top of your concealer, which is what I like about it. Sometimes some powders, you know, are too much if you're using it to set, especially like an under eye concealer. They can start looking kind of, I don't know, like creepy. I don't know if you know what I mean, but because there's little folds and when you make, you know, when you talk and, you know, you squint, it makes like little lines underneath your eye. I don't know if you know what I mean, but my other powder, which I was using, which I did love, was the Ecru powder from the All Natural Face. And that worked well for setting my concealer, but after a while I would notice like almost like the texture or the separation, like I would notice it would be noticeable that I had it on underneath my eyes. Whereas this one, it stays smoother. It's almost like it's a thinner layer. I don't know. if that's a good way to describe it, but it just like stays smoother and less noticeable underneath my eyes. So it works better. I just realized I had an eyelash on my face this whole time. Well, you probably can't see it because it's tiny. But really, really, really love it and recommend it. They have a bunch of different colors. They have one that is a clone of some brand that makes a yellow brightening powder, like banana or something, I don't know. So they have a whole bunch of colors to match all different skin tones, but I'm the #1 color because I'm pale, so I really, really like this. And then another thing, sorry I keep playing with my hair, I feel like it's kind of yucky today. Because I put like a little bit too much hair product in it yesterday when I washed it, and so it's like a little extra slick, and I don't like it. But a Garter Velvet Matte Lipstick from Silk Naturals. I'm not wearing it right now on my lips, but I have been wearing it a lot this month ever since I got it. It's a great color for spring. It's a great alternative to their Canoodle matte lipstick because it's a little lighter, and I just really, really like it. It's a beautiful kind of plummy, pinky, nude matte lip color. And I like their matte lip colors because I feel like they're moisturizing, but matte at the same time. They're not like drying. They don't feel bad on my lips. They feel very comfortable, so I like them a lot. And another product that I wanted to mention in here, which I used up a whole one of these just now and just repurchased this, and you will see an iHerb haul from me coming up really shortly. But this is the Hurraw Moon Balm Blue Chamomile Vanilla. It's their night treatment lip balm, and I absolutely love it. It lasted me a really long time. I used it mostly at night, but I would also use it throughout the day. I did have it on my sink in my bathroom though, so you know, like when I'm out and about, I obviously didn't use it, but I used it, you know, definitely every evening before I went to bed, and sometimes throughout the day too if I happen to be on the upstairs level of my house. And I do have another lip balm from them downstairs that I use as well that I really like. But this one has a little bit different ingredients. It's more of a treatment, and I do find it to be very, very good for my lips. Just very hydrating, very treatment-like, very soothing. And this smells like vanilla chamomile, like it says. It's not like the most amazing smell in the world, but it's fine. I don't mind it. I feel pretty neutral. I have a neutral stance on the smell. And then another product from Silk Naturals, I should have mentioned this when I was talking about the Silk Naturals stuff, is this sample I got of this brow cream in medium brown. I decided to try another brow cream. I've been wearing their blonde one for ages, and by the way, it like doesn't even look like I used it. There's barely a dent in it. And this I've been using literally the entire month, and there's so much left. Like I can use this for 4 more months probably. Their samples are so long lasting. But I decided to try another color because the blonde one has a little bit too much like yellow and too much warmth to it, and I was afraid the medium brown was going to be too dark, and I really don't think that it is. I mean, I have it on right now. Let me know if you think my eyebrows look too dark, but I think that it works really well for me, so I'm switching to this color officially from the blonde. This is my new eyebrow color. And then one of the last things, I do have a bunch more things to mention after this, but I think this is the last cosmetic item to show you. This is the pencil, the Diva Stix Milk All Natural Face Pencil, and it's just a matte white if you've never seen it. But what I like about this is using it in my waterline, which I do have it in there today. And I usually can't use anything in my waterline because it's so, my eyes are so sensitive and everything just stings and hurts and it just doesn't feel good. So I just had given up for a long time. I just gave up and I said, you know what, I can't wear anything in my waterline. I'm not going to do any of those looks that people do when they put eyeliner up in there. But I decided to give this a try because it's so natural and has such pure ingredients. And I also noticed that matte things like this work better for me than anything with like little shimmers or mica. That does hurt my eyes. So that's a nice thing about it, is it's matte. And it does wear away really quickly. Like I still see it a little bit, but I feel like it kind of wears off because it's not one of those, you know, really stay put pencils. I mean, it's natural. It just smudges right off. So I do really like it though, and I'm excited to be able to wear something in the waterline. How cool is that? now I can join all the people that have been doing that. And now I have a few things that are, I don't have a physical thing to show you. Actually, for a few of these I do have a physical thing to show you. So some food things, some TV things, and then also an amazing discovery that I made when it comes to shaving. So the shaving thing, I'll start with that, is using oil to shave, like whatever you're shaving, your legs for example, is amazing. And I made this discovery because I had an oil like lying around in a bottle. It's the Adorn one that I've shown you guys. It's the rose hip one. And I was like, let me think. Let me just throw it in my gym bag because I always feel like I need to moisturize my skin after I shower, and then I never do because I don't have a moisturizer with me. So let me try using an oil. And I was in there in the shower shaving my legs, and I put a little bit of the oil on. I thought maybe I'll try shaving with this because I also don't carry a shaving cream. And it is amazing. It makes the razor glide smoothly. There's like less irritation, less razor burns and stuff like that. And then a little bit of it gets washed off like in the process of shaving and then towel drying, so you don't get like super oily legs or anything, but just enough remains where they feel really nice and moisturized. So it's like a shaving cream and a moisturizer all in one, just one product. And I can't believe I've never thought of that or tried it before, and I can't believe it's not like more widely talked about because it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and I highly recommend everybody try it. And it's amazing for your armpit area too, because if you're like me, that area is like super sensitive and it really helps with that. So anyways, that's my shaving discovery. And the other thing I want to talk about before I get into, I have like a few wrappers here from food, is Game of Thrones. I've been watching that and I really got into it, which is kind of hilarious because when I saw, first I rented the very first episode of the very first season because we don't have HBO with my husband. We just rented it through like Amazon Prime or something, and we watched it and I was like, this is traumatizing. Like, I cannot watch this show. Why does everybody like this show? In the very, very, like, beginning, you saw all kinds of scary things and, like, people getting their head chopped off and just, like, dismembered bodies. And I was like, ah! And it did not get better as the episode progressed. Like, more stuff like that happened. And I don't mind the nudity so much, but it's really, like, the gore and then, like, I don't know, things to do with little kids. Like, if you've never seen it, I don't want to ruin the very first episode for you, but I don't know. I thought it was, like too much for me. And I wrote about it on Facebook and everybody was like, oh no, like give it a chance, it gets better. A lot of people, you know, love that show. And so I was like, well, let me read about it. Let me read like a little bit about the story, find out more about it, and, you know, see what I think without actually expending more money and renting the episodes and stuff like that. So I watched a little more, no, I didn't watch, I read a little more on it, and I really got into the story because when you're reading about it, I didn't read the actual books. I don't have time to read all those books, unfortunately. If I would, then I would, but just reading about it online, like on the wiki, and reading about each character, and I actually pretty much caught myself all the way up to season 5 just by reading online and watching like YouTube recaps and things like that. And I really liked it because, you know, when you're reading those things, you don't see the gore, and, you know, there's not much gore in that. It's just in the actual TV show. And I really liked it. I like the story. I think it's interesting, and like all the political stuff, and I really got into it and I want to know what happens. So I thought I would give it another chance, and I started watching season 5 when it started, and I've been really enjoying it so far. It's like, compared to that first episode that I saw, it's completely so much better. I mean, there's still gore and there's still things that I'm just like, ah, but it's nothing like that first episode where I was like basically watching it like that. So I really like it and I'm really into it now. And actually this look that I did right now, this eye makeup look, and just really like the foundation and stuff too, is me trying to do a Daenerys kind of makeup. So let me know what you think, because I'm a huge dork and I love like cosplay and dressing up and all that kind of stuff. I do have a few old videos on my channel about like some wigs that I got and like a cosplay look that I did. So I actually just ordered a Daenerys wig, and I really want to do like a look of hers, so I'm practicing doing that kind of makeup that she wears, because I never wear these kinds of colors. Like I never wear brown eyeshadow, like a whole neutral brown kind of look. So anyways, that's that. And let me tell you about the food now. I just have a few quick things here. Just, oh, one of them fell, but it's not important. First is this Discovery, which is Explore Asian. That's the brand. This is organic jasmine red rice pad thai noodles. This is obviously an empty bag. I just bought another one, which you'll see in an upcoming Vitacost haul, but this is amazing. They're so good. These are so good. I love pad thai, and I love Thai food, and I love rice noodles, and I've been looking for something natural and organic. So yeah, these are absolutely great. I've been using them in like stir fries, and I have been using a peanut sauce, like just an organic peanut sauce from Whole Foods. It's their Whole Foods brand. I do need to figure out how to make a good sauce that I actually like, that's easy to make myself, because that would be much better than using a pre-made one with like a bazillion ingredients in there. Even though that one's, you know, relatively good, it's organic, but if I made it myself, I would avoid like thickeners and things like that, for example. Like I think that one has like xanthan and gum in it, which I would prefer to not have. So I need to figure that out, but I love these and they're amazing. So the next thing is this Cliff Kits organic fruit and nut bars. This is empty, but this flavor is my favorite out of the ones I tried so far, which is the dark chocolate walnut, and it just tastes like a brownie with walnuts, and it's so good. And I'm excited I discovered it, because it'll make a great little thing that I can actually like pack, that's kind of like a non-perishable type food, you know, if I want to throw something in a bag, like for my kids or for myself, like we're going on a cruise. I'm thinking I might do a video about packing food for the cruise. I know people are probably rolling their eyes at me when they hear me say that, but I'm just so picky about what I eat, and I know they're not going to have organic food on the cruise, and I called them and they said I can pack my own like snacks as long as they're, you know, things like this in a package. So I'm thinking of bringing some pretzels, some of these bars, and I'll obviously eat some of their food, but I'm going to really try hard to figure out what to eat. I might just like print out the Clean 15. If you don't know what that is, there's a Dirty Dozen produce list, which is produce that has the most pesticides used on them, and the Clean 15 has the least pesticide residue on them. Like it's actually the, I think it's the Environmental Working Group, which is the same group that does Skin Deep, that does this. They test the produce for pesticides and fungicides and insecticides and things like different harmful chemicals. And so I'll eat like the Clean 15 fruits and vegetables and the things that I bring. I don't know. We'll do something like that. And just wanted to mention this because the ingredients are wonderful. It's so hard for me to find these bars that I approve of, because there's always some kind of syrup or like, what is this stuff? Agave, which I don't like. Brown rice syrup I don't like. I would prefer to not have these syrups and like sweeteners in it, or like just sugar. Obviously I'm trying to avoid sugar, or like really limit it. And fruit juice too. The fruit juice concentrates sometimes are used in these kinds of bars. It's really just fruit juice that's like boiled down to a syrup, flavorings, things like that. I'm trying to avoid. So this is great because it's just dates, walnuts, unsweetened dark chocolate, organic almonds. Everything's organic because it's an organic bar, but sea salt and vanilla beans. So very basic, very plain, like a date-based bar. And it's gluten-free, soy-free, and dairy-free. So these are great. Recommend them. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them below, and I will see you next time. Bye.